President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday described the accidental bombing of locals in the Tundumbiri community of Kaduna State by the Nigerian Army as very unfortunate, disturbing and painful, expressing grief over the loss of lives. President Tinubu also sympathized with the families of the victims, the people and the government of Kaduna State. Tinubu's grief was conveyed in a statement signed by Special Advisor on Media and Publicity Ajuri Ngelale, titled President Tinubu condoles with Kaduna State government, families of victims over bombing mishap. President Tinubu described the incident as very unfortunate, disturbing and painful, expressing indignation and grief over the tragic loss of Nigerian lives. Widespread outrage following the mistargeted bombing of Tundumbiri in the Igabi local government area of Kaduna State by the Nigerian Army on Sunday, which left no fewer than 85 villagers dead. Residents of the affected community said they were celebrating Maulud, an Islamic event, when the military dropped bombs, an incident that has attracted local and international condemnation. Meanwhile, the defense headquarters on Tuesday said it viewed civilian death during troops operation as needless tragedy. The Director, Defense Media Operation, Major General Edward Buba, said this in a statement made available to journalists in reaction to the bombing that occurred in Tundumbiri in the Igabi local government area of Kaduna State on Sunday. No fewer than 85 villagers were killed in an accidental bombing that occurred in the area. While detailing what led to the tragedy, Buba said personnel observed untoward activities and movements of terrorists around the area, which prompted the usage of drones. He explained that the gathering of the terrorists observed in the community posed a danger to key infrastructure and residents of the area, adding that the threat was eliminated. And away from that, the Nigeria Labour Congress is expected to meet ahead of the resumption of negotiation between the federal government and the organized labor on the new minimum wage. This is to arrive at a living wage which commensurates with the prevailing cost of living. This came as the NLC vowed not to be deterred by the recent assault on workers and their leaders in Imo State, which it said pose a grave threat to freedom of association and collective bargaining as enshrined in the 1999 Constitution and the ILO Convention 87 and 98 of freedom of association and collective bargaining. The NLC President Joe Ajaero stated this at the opening section of the NLC 2023 Amateur School with the theme Building Workers' Skills for Policy Engagement in Abuja on Monday. Ajaero, represented by the Deputy President Benjamin Anthony, said that in the face of adversity and brutality encountered while advocating for the rights of workers to earn their legitimate income and benefits, their resolve remains unwavering. And the House of Representatives Public Accounts Committee on Monday resolved to track the 192 projects that the Federal Road Maintenance Agency said it executed with 60 billion naira COVID-19 fund released to it by the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation. The Managing Director of FAMA, Emeka Agabasi, at the hearing on Monday, told the committee that the agency undertook 192 projects in the 6 geopolitical zones and compiled 186 with only 6 left uncompleted. He said 34 of the projects were in the North Central, 30 in the Northwest, 32 in the Southwest, 34 in the South-South, 27 in the Southeast, and 35 in the Northeast. The lawmakers were, however, not impressed by the documents submitted by the farmer boss, saying they have only 5 copies of the documents requested. The Conference of Nigerian Intellectuals in the United States has alleged human rights violation in the ongoing trial of the former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, in Nigeria. The group, led by its president, Dr. Phillips Idris, in a statement on Monday, decried the handling of the case against former CBN governor by the Economics and Financial Crime Commission. The group described Emefiele's ongoing detention as illegal and fiendish. Emefiele's trial recently commenced in the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja, with witnesses reportedly absolving him of wrongdoing in the award of 1.2 billion naira vehicle supply contract during his CBN tenure. He noted that the international law of human rights obligates government to act in certain ways or to refrain from certain acts to promote and protect human rights and fundamental freedoms of individuals or groups. But Idris claims there has been serial abuse of rule of law and disregard for the freedom and rights of innocent Nigerians since the new administration came on board, citing Emefiele as a case study. And away from that, the chairman, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri-Erewa, has met with Nigerian nurses and midwives practicing in the United Kingdom, calling for collaboration to make Nigeria a medical tourist destination. Dabiri-Erewa made the call at the 25th anniversary gala night of a United Kingdom-based diaspora group, Nigerian Nurses Charitable Association in the UK, with the theme Leading the Future, Influencing Global Health. This was according to a statement on Monday by the spokesman for NIDCOM, Abdul Raham Balogun. Dabiri-Erewa commended the nurses and midwives for their charitable deeds and urged them to continue giving back to society. She said the President, Bola Tinubu's administration, was committed to improving health, or healthcare facility and practice in Nigeria, called for more collaboration by establishing partnership for knowledge exchange, telemedicine initiative and skills transfer programs. The UK-based nurses and midwives called for a structured memorandum of understanding on migration of health workers between the governments of Nigeria and United Kingdom. The president of the association, Wendy Olayiwola, noted that they would continue to contribute their expertise through their collaboration with medical institutions back in Nigeria. And the same developments, the authority of the College of Medicine of the University of Ibadan has raised an alarm over threats by its regulatory body, the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, to withdraw its accreditation if it fails to address challenges of infrastructure. The provost of the college, Professor Olayinka Umigbodu, made this revelation known in Ibadan during an induction ceremony for 55 students into the dental and medical profession.
The core foundation of our training is humanity, service to humanity. Doesn't mean that the doctor should not be appreciated in terms of the service is put in, but behind their mind, we are hoping and they get the gist that they are out there to serve humanity.
You must always be conscious of the fact that as ethical professionals, lives are committed into your hands, and the sanctity of life must be preserved.
Our own is we can't stop it. Our advice is when they go in there, let them avail themselves with postgraduate opportunities with the hope of returning back to Nigeria to somehow support the healthcare workforce.
I will definitely come back here to Nigeria to give back to my community because I'm here today because of the education I've received from the University of Ibadan. So I would like to come back here and give back to my society and my community.
Now, traveling outside the country, the way I've seen it, the first few years we are struggling. So imagine struggling through medical school and struggling through everything, and you go over there again. It's looking like they have shifted everything away, and you start your struggle again. Before you step up and everything, you see the time, and time waits for no man. So before you are stepping up and everything, you see time has gone. So for me, I'm not really that